Okay. Now, I want you to open your book on page 14. Open your book on page 14. Okay, page 14. Are you ready? Page 14. Okay.
Yes.
Before we talk about our main topic, let's read the story here. Help me read the story. It's nice and it's good to practice your reading every day. So let's start. I will call someone to read the story. I will call someone and I will ask him or her to stop, and I will call another person. Is that clear? Yes. Okay, let's start with Tanayod. 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 Tanayod, can you hear me? Can you start reading the story, Tanayod? Tanayod, where are you? A stormy day at sea. Tanayod. You don't like to read? Oh, let's call Maitawin. Maitawin? Maitawin, can you read the story? Start first. A stormy day at sea. 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay. A stormy day at sea. Harry was on a boat with his dad. It was cloudy, but it wasn't raining, so they sailed
Sailed
far
far.
out from the shore. When they
Stop. Maitawin, stop. Premika, continue, Premika.
When they stopped and took out their fishing net, the sky suddenly went dark.
Stop. Premika, how are you? Thank you, Premika. Thank you. Supanita, continue. Supanita, continue. Supanita. Continue. I think. 1, 2, 3, go.
I think there's going to be a storm, said Harry. That shall we go
Go
back?
back.
Said Harry.
Nervously.
Said Harry nervously.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Supanita, I like your music. Next. You like it? Okay. Next. Let's call Non. Non, continue. Non, continue reading with feelings. Non.
It's late.
Again with feelings.
It's too late. Harry felt the first drop of rain. Lightning flashed, and there was the sound of thunder. Waves splashed over them, and the boat rocked side. Shouted Harry that above the storm
Lasted an hour.
lasted an hour. Rain and the sea was calm. Harry got again. He was cold and wet, but he was excited too. He felt like a real fisherman.
Okay, very good. Thank you for reading, helping me reading. Okay, we have here a story. There are lots of things to remember when we write a story. But first, what is a story? A story is telling of an event, either true or fictional, in such a way that the listener experiences or learns something just by the fact that he heard the story. True or fictional? This can be fiction or non-fiction. You know already that we already talked about it when you were in P5.
story นะคะก็คือเรื่องเล่าคือการบอกเล่าเหตุการณ์ไม่ว่าจะจริงหรือว่าสมมุติในลักษณะที่ผู้ฟังประสบหรือว่าเรียนรู้บางอย่างจากข้อเท็จจริงที่เขาได้ยินเรื่องราวนั้นมานะคะ
According to your book, we can start a new line when someone new speaks. We also use adverbs to describe how people say things and how people feel. We also do when we know who's speaking, we don't have to put their name. And lastly, we put the speech and the punctuation inside the speech marks. What do we mean by speech marks? Speech marks, or what we call quotation marks, are most commonly used to indicate the exact words that someone else said. This is known as direct speech or direct quotation. There are two forms of quotation marks: double quotation marks and single quotation marks. American English almost exclusively uses double quotation marks, while British English tends to favor single quotation marks. Although it is not uncommon to see double quotation marks used in British English as well. So, in general, we use speech marks for direct speech.
speech mark หรือว่า quotation mark นะคะคือเครื่องหมายคำพูดมักใช้เพื่อระบุคำที่คนอื่นพูดเครื่องหมายคำพูดเนี่ยมีอยู่2รูปแบบก็คือเครื่องหมายอัญประกาศคู่ที่เป็นฟันหนูอะค่ะและเครื่องหมายอัญประกาศเดี่ยวคนอเมริกันเนี่ยส่วนใหญ่มักใช้เครื่องหมายอัญประกาศคู่แต่ว่าคนอังกฤษอะมักจะใช้เครื่องหมายอัญประกาศเดี่ยวมากกว่านะคะ
Okay. Now, let's read again and answer the question for number 1. How long does the storm last? How long does the storm last?
And hour, teacher, and hour.
The storm lasted for an hour. How about number 2? How does Harry feel after the storm has finished? How does Harry feel after the storm has finished? He was excited and felt like a real fisherman. Please write your answer properly. Okay, for number 1, let's have a recap. How long does the storm last? The storm lasted for an hour. Question number 2. How does Harry feel after the storm has finished? He was excited and felt like a real fisherman. Okay. Activity number 4. Write this dialogue correctly. Now, I want you to put the speech mark or quotation mark in the proper position in the sentence. For example, I'll start, okay? It's a lovely day, said Mandy. Where should we put the quotation mark? First, we put the first quotation mark at the beginning of the word or at the beginning of the sentence. And then the other one is right after your exclamation mark. It's a lovely day, said Mandy. How about next sentence? Where should we put the first quotation mark? Anyone? Where should we put the first quotation mark? None. Where should we put the first quotation mark in the next sentence? None. None. Where should we put the first quotation mark or speech mark in the second sentence? Where? None. None, are you busy? Anyone?
Yes, teacher, my brother is start crying.
It's okay, it's okay. I'll call someone. How about me, Peach? How about me, Peach? Where do we put the first quotation mark in the next sentence, in the second sentence? Before the word what? We write it before the word.
We write it for the word.
Do. And the other quotation mark or speech mark is placed where? Page. It is placed after your punctuation question mark. Okay. Do you want to go to the park? Yeah, I asked Olivia. Next sentence. Where should we put the first quotation mark? Anyone? Warawalan. Warawalan, can you hear me? Warawalan. How about Tanwa? Tanwa, can you hear me? Where should we put the first speech mark in the third sentence? Where? We put the first speech mark before the word
I.
and after the punctuation. What punctuation? How do you call this punctuation? X what? X?
Exclamation mark.
Very good. Exclamation mark. I can't, said Mandy. Why not? Asked Olivia. Next sentence. Where are we going to put the first speech mark? Anyone? Namchai? Namchai, where are we going to write or put the first speech mark in the third sentence? We place it before the word what? Before the word? Anyone? Before the word why? And after your punctuation what? What punctuation? Punctuation? Yes, Natakan? We write, we write the first speech mark before the word why, and the other speech mark should be placed after your punctuation what? Your punctuation question mark. I can't, said Mandy. Why not? Asked Olivia. I have to tidy my room, said Mandy sadly. Fourth sentence, where should we put our first speech mark? Anyone? Supanita? For the fourth sentence, where should we put the first speech mark?
I have to tidy my room.
Okay. We write it before the word I, and the other punctuation should be placed right after your punctuation comma. I have to tidy my room, said Mandy sadly. Next, I'll help you, said Olivia. Fifth sentence, where should we put your...
I help you.
I'll help you. Very good. Start before. We will put it before I and write it after exclamation mark. Okay. And last sentence. Anyone? Last sentence.
Oh, thank you.
Let's put it before the letter O and right after your exclamation mark. Okay, are you finished?
Yeah.
Finish?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Now, turn your book on page 15. Page 15 and let's answer review part, okay? Let's call Chamawi. Chamawi, can you read and answer number 1?
Now a picture of person. What is the word?
What is the word? A picture of a person. How do we call it? Can you remember your vocabulary words?
Portrait.
Very good, very good. Number 1 is portrait. Okay, number 2. Number 2, let's call Danotay. Danotay Pimha. Can you hear me? Danotay. Can you read and answer number 2?
What does Finn want the children to do in the story?
What is the answer? What does Finn want the children to do in the story? Finn wants the children to alay na? To what?
Paint a mural.
Paint a mural. Very good. How about number 3? Let's call Rawipon. Rawipon, can you read and answer number 3? 3. Rawipon. Rawipon. Manaw. Manaw. Answer number 3. 3. Manaw, read and answer number
Make
3.
to make okay. Make to negative possible.
How do you make the possible negative? What prefix are you going to add?
I don't know because I just went to school.
Huh? You're not listening last time?
No,
What prefix?
I sit up.
Is it impossible, impossible, dispossible? What prefix should we add to make it negative? Impossible or impossible?
Impossible.
Very good. Impossible. Thank you, Manam. Next, number 4. Correct the sentence. I will going to the beach today. Is it correct? I will going to the beach today. It should be what? May tawin. Correct the sentence. I will going to the beach today. We have will, we have going. Which one should be used? May tawin.
I
What
am
verb to
going.
be? Again, may tawin. Verb to be. What verb to be? I am, I is, I are.
I am
I am. Alay.
going to the beach today.
Today. Very good. Okay. Number 5. Correct the sentence. I'll to help you with your homework. I will. Is it I will to help you with your homework? What is the correct sentence? It should be, Nipich, what is the answer in number 5?
It's I'll help you with your homework.
Very good. Remove to and rewrite. I will help you with your homework and don't forget to write your full stop. Okay. Number 5. Number 6, sorry, number 6. Correct the sentence. We catch a bus at 5 p.m. We catch a bus at 5 p.m. Anyone who wants to answer, who wants to correct the sentence? What do you think? What is the correct sentence? We catch a bus at 5 p.m. We what? We will catch a bus at 5 p.m. Okay, question number 7. How does Jeff brother know the boys are on the island in island adventure? How does Jeff's brother know that the boys are on the island in island and adventure? Anyone? Premika?
Saw the boat floating.
Very good. He saw the smoke and the boat floating. Very good. Premika, read and answer number 8. Premika.
It
Yes.
may and it come from five. What is the word?
What is the word, Premika?
I don't
When
know.
there is fire, there is
Smoke.
smoke. Very good. Premika, do you know where is Ati? Okay, thank you, Premika. How about number 9? Tanayod. Tanayod? Tanayod? Read and answer number 9. Correct the punctuation. Correct the punctuation. It should be what? Look at your speech mark. Speech mark should be written before the word what and after your punctuation question mark. The punctuation should be inside your speech mark. Always remember that. Punctuation are always inside the speech mark. Okay, and last, number 10. Correct the punctuation. Correct the punctuation. It looks like a storm, said the girl nervously. Look at your punctuation, your speech mark. Where should we put the speech mark? We write it or we put it right before the first word and after your punctuation full stop. Quotation mark or speech mark, it looks like a storm, full stop, and quotation mark, said the girl nervously. Okay, are you finished? Is everyone finished? Are you finished?
Yeah, yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I will play. Look at activity 2. Listen and write, sing. Okay. I will play an audio. And I want you to listen and write the correct word to complete each verses. Okay? Are you ready to listen now? Okay, let's proceed.
Yes.
Okay, listen now.
Listening 11. Listen and write. Sing.
I'm going to paint a painting in colors silver and blue, bright stars and oceans, and maybe a dolphin or two. I'm going to paint a mural in colors black and grey, dark skies and dark clouds, a cold and stormy day. I'm going to paint a landscape in colors yellow and green, sunshine and lemon trees, a lovely country scene.
Did you hear the song? It's I felt sleepy. Did you hear it? Did you write the correct word to complete the verses? Did you hear the song? Anyone? Yes or no?
Yes.
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 Are you finished answering? Did you write the correct word?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, let's have a recap. I'm going to paint a painting in colors silver and blue, bright stars and oceans, and maybe a dolphin or two. I'm going to paint a mural in colors black and gray, dark skies and dark clouds, a cold and stormy day. I'm going to paint a landscape in colors yellow and green, sunshine and lemon trees, a lovely country scene. Okay, are you done or are you finished? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
If so,
Yeah.
turn your book on page 16. Let's proceed to unit 2. Okay, before I let you read the story, listen first, okay? Listen first and then later on, I will ask you to read the story in order to practice your reading skill. Okay, listen now.
Listening 12. Listen and read. Why doesn't Kate want to do the drawing?
In the library. Where shall we start? Let's try this section. We haven't got time to look at all these books. If we look through them quickly, we'll get some ideas. This book is about sports around the world. Maybe we could draw sports that are popular in other countries. Sports. Great idea. We could have baseball for the US. Yes, and rugby for Australia, or football for Brazil. The question is, who is free this evening to draw our ideas?
Wow.
Well, if I had the time, I'd do it. But I've got too much homework. And I'm going ice skating with my parents. And I'm going to my gymnastics class. What about you, Kate? Me? Well, I don't dislike art, but I'm terrible at it. You have to do it, Kate. There's no one else.
Okay. Now, I will ask some of you to read the story, okay? Let's start with Tanwa. Tanwa, can you read the first picture? Tanwa, read the first picture.
Bibi, where
Shall,
shall we,
where
shall
shall
we
we start?
it? Let's start this section.
Section. Okay, very good, very good. Thank you, Tanwa. Next, Natakamon. Natakamon, Natkamon. Natkamon. Let's try. Natakit. Natakit Jaidi. Natakit. Natakit Jaidi Kaptan. Kaptan, can you read number 2? Picture number 2. Kaptan. Kaptan. Ah, Pacharamay. Pacharamay, can you read picture number 2? Pacharamay, can you hear me? Can you read picture number 2? Pacharamay. Pacharamay is missing. Manaw. Manaw, can you help Pacharamay? Please read picture number 2.
Huh?
Help Pacharamay. Read number 2. Manaw.
Oh, okay. Where is
Number 2, Tom.
Tom? Where?
Picture number 2. Tom, we haven't got time. 1, 2, 3, go.
Oh, Tom, we haven't got time to look at all
These
this
books.
book.
Libby. Libby. If we look
If
through them,
if we
look through them
look through them
quickly.
quickly, we'll get some idea.
Ideas. Thank you. Next. Natakan. Oh, Natakan, can you read picture number 3? Natakan. Can you read picture number 3? Tom. This book
about sports around the world. Maybe we could know sports that are popular in other countries.
very good. Next. How about Chalemwong? Chalemwong, can you read picture number 4? Chalemwong? Chalemwong, can you help me read picture number 4?
We could have
Number 4,
baseball
number 4, number 4. Great idea. Chalemwong.
great idea. We have baseball for US, yes, and rugby for
Australia.
maybe the question is
Who is free?
free evening to draw over her idea.
Very good. Next, let's call Chantada. Chantada, read picture number 5. Chantada. Chantada, help me read number 5. Ed, well, start. Chantada. How about what Chirawit? What Chirawit?
It will if I
Add.
I do it, but I going I skating with my parents Libby and I going to my
Gymnastic.
gymnastic class.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. And last picture number 6, let's call Premika. Premika? Premika, can you read picture number 6?
Libby, what about Kate? Kate, me. Well, I don't dislike art, but am so to have all of it.
Finish?
Yes, finish.
Okay. My internet is not good. Okay. Now, read again and write the names. Okay? Read again and write the names. Number 2. Who finds a book about sport? Who finds a book about sport? Is it Ed, Kate, Libby, or Tom? Who? Tom. Very good. Number 3. Who is going ice skating? Is it Ed, Kate, Libby, or Tom? Tom. Very good. Number 4. Who is studying in the evening?
Lion.
Is it Kate, Libby, Ed, or Tom? It is
Libby.
Ed. Number 5. Who has a class in the evening? Who has a class in the evening? Is it Ed, Kate, Libby, or Tom? Anyone? Libby. Very good. And last, number 6. Who has time to do the drawing? Who has time to do the drawing? Anyone?
Kate.
Okay, very good. Please write the correct answer. Let's start and then next time we will answer. Okay. Since we don't have much time, but we still continue to discuss our vocabulary words on page 17. Please turn your book on page 17. Oppo F5, stop writing on the screen. Okay. What are your vocabulary words in your book? Let's start with, everybody say ice skating. Everybody say ice skating, not skating. Everybody say ice skating. Next we have skiing. Next we have, everybody say baseball. Next, everybody say rugby. Next we have mountain biking. Next we have caving. Emphasize the sound of your letter V. Caving. Next we have paragliding. Everybody say paragliding. Next we have rock climbing. Again, rock climbing. The letter B is silent in the word climbing. Everybody say rock climbing. Okay. Now, what are the vocabulary words? Manaw, what are the vocabulary words? Can you read it with the correct pronunciation? Where is Manaw?
โอเค
Start with first.
เอ่อเอ่อ
Ice.
อ๋อ ice skating
Next.
skating
Skiing.
skiing
Oh, what's skiing? Skiing.
skiing
Next word.
basketball
Is it basketball?
เอ้ย no baseball
Baseball. Next word. Manaw. Rugby. Manaw, where are you?
rugby
Rugby. Next word.
mountain biking
Next word.
caving
Next.
paragliding
And last.
rock camping
Is it climbing?
rock camping
Climbing. Okay, it's silent B. How about the others? Let's call. Ananchai. Can you hear me, Ananchai? Ananchai? Ananchai, can you read the vocabulary words? Start with ice skating. 1, 2, 3, go. Ananchai? What are the vocabulary words? Start with ice skating. Ananchai, make your voice loud. Or repeat after me. Ananchai, repeat after me. Ice skating. Ananchai. I think Ananchai is shy. Let's call Addison. Addison, can you hear me? Addison? No, not responding. Let's give chance to others. How about, oh, Natawat. Ati. Ati, can you hear me?
อะไรครับ
Okay, can you read the vocabulary words? Start with ice skating.
ตรงไหนวะตรงไหนครับ
Page 17. Page 17 in your book. Or look at my PowerPoint. Start with ice skating. Oh, Natawat, what are you doing, Natawat?
ไหนตรงไหน
Repeat after me. Ati, repeat after me. Ice skating.
แป๊บนึงนะดิเชอร์แป๊บนึงนะ
Okay, let's call Pramika. Pramika, where are you? Pramika?
Hi.
Help Ati. What are the vocabulary words?
What?
What are the vocabulary words?
Ice
Let's start with-
skating.
Okay, again. 1, 2, 3, go. Pramika. Again, ice skating.
Ice skating.
Skiing. Skiing.
Skating. Baseball. Rugby.
Mountain.
Hiking.
Next.
Hiking.
Caving.
Caving.
Next.
paragliding,
And last, last word,
log climbing,
climbing. Very
rock
good.
climbing.
I hope Ati listened. Okay. Okay. Next meeting, we will discuss the meaning of your vocabulary words. Okay. And we will have an activity next meeting. Okay. Please turn on your camera and let's take a picture.
ข้างหน้าเดี๋ยวมาต่อเรื่องเดิมนะคะ แล้วก็ทำแบบฝึกหัดตอนนี้ขอให้ทุกคนเปิดกล้องด้วยค่ะครูขออนุญาตเก็บภาพนิดนึงเนาะ
Chantada, you are not responding a while ago.
ครับ
Turn on, Manao. Ati, turn on your camera.
ไม่ได้ครับ
ไม่เป็นไรค่ะ คนที่เปิดได้ลูก
1, 2, 3.
ไม่ได้ครับเปิดได้
Turn on your camera.
มันไม่พร้อมเว้ย
ผมเปิดมาได้ครับ
Kan mo.
เหลี่ยมไอ้พวกเหลี่ยม พวกเหลี่ยม
เหมือนอาร์ตี้เลยอ่ะ
ไอ้กัน
ใช่เหมือนอาร์ตี้เลยอ่ะ
Ati
ไม่เหมือนมึงไม่เหมือนไอ้ลาตะกร
อย่าพูดคำ
ไม่เหมือน
เดี๋ยว
เปล่าไม่เป็นไร ไม่อยากถามควายที่นี่
turn on your camera. Internet's bad, no?
ไปได้ยังอะ
1 2 3 ไปแล้วล่ะค่ะ
ไม่เปิดแล้วกัน
Okay, bye-bye.
บายครับ
บ๊ายบาย
บายครับ
Ati, may put ko nga.
เปิดไม่ได้ไม่มีกล้อง เปิดหน้ามันก่อนไหมล่ะ
ดูดิไม่อาร์ตี้ทำ
เขา
ดี
ไม่มีกล้องถ้าเขามีกล้องเปิดตั้งนานแล้วไม่เปิดดี
ดู
กว่า
อาร์ตี้ทำตัวดูอาร์ตี้ทำตัวดีโอ้
อ๋ออะไร
แฟนจะทำร่างกายโอ้ไม่เข้าใจ
การข่มขืนผม
ขโมย